friends. This is Angel with unBasic Black bringing you another unbasic conversation. Today we are talking about self-care. How do you take care of yourself? Well, we hear a lot these days about self-care, but have you ever thought about like exactly what that means, right? I think it goes beyond just like doing something special for yourself. I think that's a part of self-care, but I think it's all encompassing. So I watch a lot of things like Super Soul Sunday. I'm a huge fan of Deepak Chopra and TD Jakes, and of course Oprah, as well as Eckhart Tolle. All of these have basically not exactly like self-help, but I guess it's self-realization, self-actualization, kind of getting in touch with the inner you, right? And moving beyond what's on the surface to kind of dive a little deeper into who you truly are and how to be more authentic to your true self and your true purpose.
Hey, May from unBasic Black, talking to you today about how I show me love. So, what I like to do sometimes, or what I have to do sometimes, because love is multifaceted, right? So, I'm not one of those. I tried the I love you, May. I love you, May. And sometimes I'll do that, but that's like more than words. It's that kind of thing. So I have to show me love. And how I do that, sometimes I have to tell myself, and it's going to sound really negative, but I have to tell myself no. Por ejemplo, I like to drink. But if I know that I'm doing something the next morning, I'll either say we're not drinking at all tonight, or we're only going to have one. And it's me, myself, and I. But I want to drink! And I say, I know that, but we got things that we need to do tomorrow, and because of the way I like to drink, we're going to be super sluggish. So, no. I also tell myself no for things like that sometimes have to do with budget. And sometimes it has to do with, like, sometimes I'll be down and I'll want to listen to something that'll plummet me to the depths of despair. So, the pit of despair. So, what I'll do instead is say, no, we're not going to listen to that. But Anita Baker, she's saying what's on our heart. Like, no, no, we're not going to listen to that. We're going to listen to Brand New Day from The Wiz, or This Is Me, So, that being said, I do indulge myself sometimes. Sometimes I say yes. Like, I like to dance. And if it's been a long time since we've been dancing, I've gotten, not grumpy old lady, but kind of lazy as far as going someplace at night kind of things. Like, man, I've taken my bra off, so I ain't going anywhere. But sometimes, especially if it's been a long time, I'll say, okay, we'll get gussied up, we'll hang for a little bit, and then we'll come back. And so, just to give myself some balance. So, there's some no, and then there's some, okay, we could do that. There's some yeses. And all of that is to make sure that I take care of myself. The other thing I do to show me love is to really learn who I am. And that's taken a whole lot longer than what I anticipated. But I learn who I am. I learn my likes, my dislikes, so that I know, like when or what to do in certain situations. And plus I learned to speak up for myself, and knowing my likes and dislikes and what I will and won't do, that kind of thing. So, um, like any kind of situation that comes up, I'll be able to say, okay, yes, I can do that, or no, I don't really like that. Can we pick something else? And I can advocate for myself if I know what I like, or if I know me. So, let's see. I mentioned earlier about the pit of despair. So when I get into those moods, I tend to kind of frenzy out, like I gotta do something. I gotta do it now. So I stop, take it down a notch. I have an excellent support group, and all of them are kind of everyone is kind of based on they kind of remind me of a part of me. So when I need logic, I go to a friend. When I need a pep talk, I go to a friend, and I go to myself as well, because I'll start with me, and then if it's not working, then I reach out for some extra help, because sometimes I need it. But now I have these different people in my life that bring a whole lot to the table, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because it helps me, and particularly when I get into those, when I'm spiraling down, and it literally feels like the world, the universe, God is against me. And then I get reminded, no, the world is not against you. No, the universe is not against you. No, God is not against you. Calm down. And so I tell myself that first, but sometimes I don't hear it. So then I reach out to family and friends, and like, God is not against you. The world is not against you. Calm down. What's happening? And then I say what's happening. And okay. And then they say their piece, and I say okay. And then I take what I need, which is usually everything that they say, and it aligns to what I already know. So so then that keeps me sane and safe in my head. My day job, for lack of a better phrase, can be really, really, really stupidly stressful. So I have to decompress. Sometimes my decompressing takes too long, but I decompress. I really enjoy comic book fiction. Of course, comic books are fiction. Comic book shows, and movies, and I like martial arts and shoot 'em up, bang bang movies, that kind of thing, and focused movies that have a stupid amount of gun violence, which is sad, but I like it. I like it. So like, I remember one time, I had a really, really bad day, and so I got off work and I went right to the movies and I watched John Wick. And I had already seen it, so I went back and I think I watched it 3 times in the movie theater, because I just needed to just see something, just to get out of my own head and just go somewhere else. And so that's part of my decompressing. I like the quiet, so sometimes I'll just, even in the car on the way home, I like music, but sometimes I don't want to hear any music, and I like to listen to NPR, but sometimes I don't want to hear anybody talking, and I'll just turn off the radio, and then I'll catch myself trying to talk to me, and I'm like, no, I don't. Shh. And you hear my computer, and that's what I listen to, just white noise, the sound of traffic going by. Excuse me. Try not to pay attention to people who jump in front of me. Just and that helps me. So let's see the cover or anything. Yeah. So that's how I show me love. And all those ways. And so if you notice, it wasn't necessarily anything monetary. So that's for me. That's one of the best ways to show me love is to really take care of my brain, take care of my health, my body, that kind of thing. But especially though my brain, my mental health is extremely important. So that's how I show me love, by taking care of my brain.
And I think that's what self-care is for me. That's how I take care of myself. I take care of myself and I kind of pay attention to me. So if I feel myself like getting irritable, or if I feel like, things don't seem to be going right, that's when I have to do a check-in, right? To see how I'm doing. Just like you would check in with anybody else. Because, we've talked about this quite often, that oftentimes we're our own worst critics. We say things to ourselves, that inner dialogue. We say things to ourselves that we hopefully would never say to another human being, but we're so hard on ourselves. So it's important to kind of take a moment to really listen to yourself and see what it is that you need. And that's the path to truly taking care of yourself, exercising self-care and doing what you need to just be a better version of yourself. So one of the things that I like to do, like I mentioned, was doing the check-in. And once I've checked in and I realize, I've been stressed out lately, then I try to do things that I enjoy. I might binge watch something on Netflix. I love Korean dramas. I loved Korean dramas before it got cool. Just want to say. Like 2003-ish is when I started watching Korean dramas and listening to K-pop. But anyway, I'm just messing around. That's one of the things that I like to do. I enjoy binge watching a good show, American or anywhere in the world, whatever's good, whatever's on. I also enjoy baths. I am a bath person. I love taking nice deep soak candles and bath salts. And overseas in Japan, they have these, they're kind of like bath bombs, and they literally have every scent combination you can imagine. And I buy a lot of those. And when I need to do my check-in, I take me a nice long hot bath, and that's something that I do to relax. That's something I do because it gives me an opportunity to think, because there's no phone, there's no people bugging you. You're completely unplugged. And that leads me to the other thing that I do. I unplug, right? I don't go on social media, because even if you're not looking for the news on social media, the news will find you. I tell myself not to check Facebook because there's going to be some junk or drama on Facebook, Instagram, all these things. I stay off of social media. I kind of turn off the internet, maybe curl up with a good book. I like to reread books. So if there's a book that I really, really enjoy, since Anne Rice passed away, I've been reading Anne Rice books again. The Vampire Lestat is probably one of my favorite books by Anne Rice. So I've been kind of rereading the Vampire Chronicle series. And I do things like that to kind of exercise some self-care, to do some checking in with myself. I'll also listen to music. Music has been a huge part of my life. I have what I call the soundtrack of my life. And I turn on the soundtrack of my life. A lot of it is 80s music, a lot of 80s hair band, a lot of, just 80s pop, that, because it was a simpler time. Not really, but because the music was so upbeat and positive, it just kind of puts you in a different frame of mind. So That's another thing that I do. But what do you do? So it's very important that you kind of take a moment to kind of find some things that you enjoy and find some things that you can do specifically for yourself. But in addition to the things that I do for myself, like retail therapy, I'm a huge fan of that. But I also do a check-in and try to take care of my soul as well. So like I mentioned, Eckhart Tolle, Deepak Chopra, Super Soul Sunday, Super Soul Conversations. I try to put good things in my spirit, because the more you put junk in your spirit, you ever binge on like junk food, like cheeseburgers and, whatever, ice cream, cake, whatever. By the time you finish binging and, just being completely gluttonous, you feel awful. Right? You feel completely awful. And you always say, why did I do that? I'm never going to do that again. Right? Well, that's what happens when you put a bunch of junk in your soul. The more you consume, the worse you feel. So I try to avoid doing that, especially on those days when I can kind of be in tune with myself and I feel it. It's like, ooh, I'm starting to not feel so good here. Do a check-in with yourself. Make sure you're okay. See what you need, right? And I think that's the best way to really exercise some self-care and to really take care of yourself, right? It includes diet, exercise, which I will confess I am not very good at, right? I'm lazy with a capital L. I don't like to exercise, but I'm working on improving that. I'm working on that because I do want to not have a nice, healthy life. So it involves a lifestyle change. So getting active, doing some things that you enjoy. There's nothing that says you have to go and work out at the gym for 80 hours, just go for a walk, right? After meals, go for a walk. Have lunch, go for a walk, that kind of thing. So, and that's what I've been trying to do. So that's a way I'm taking care of myself as well. Eating better, I don't always eat the best because a lot of times I tend to eat on the go. So I've been trying to find ways to find more healthier options for eating on the go. But honestly, that healthy on the go food is awful. I don't like it at all, but find what you like, right? Find some things that you do like that you can supplement. One thing that I actually found that I enjoy quite a bit is it's like a granola type cereal. And I put it on our Instagram before, and I mix that with yogurt. And I actually enjoy that. And that's something that forces me to eat breakfast, but it's also healthy. And that's like a healthy snack that I eat later in the day too. So that's something that you can do. Just finding things that you enjoy eating, right? That's healthier. So I say all that to say, find what works for you, get a good routine, and just really take care of yourself. Again, the more junk you consume, the more junk you put in your soul, the worse you're gonna feel. And it's not one of those feel good things where you just have happy thoughts and you'll feel better magically. I'm not with that BS, right? That doesn't work. What does work is feeding good things into your soul. Right? And I'm not talking about happy thoughts. I'm talking about positive things in your life. If you're in a negative relationship, get out. If your kids are getting on your nerves, fix that situation, right? Work with a counselor if you have to. Do whatever you have to do to improve those situations. That's what I mean. Take some action, right? Because just sitting around and wishing happy thoughts is not going to get you where you need to be. So take some action, but take some action in a positive direction towards just taking care of you, because sometimes, we have to do that as single parents or as, working moms or as, wives, whatever, company CEOs, military commanders, whatever your job is, right? We have a lot of stuff going on, and sometimes we forget about ourselves, and we're sitting in the corner saying, I have to keep pushing, but your battery runs out, right? Your battery runs out, and sometimes you just need to recharge it so you can push on even better, right? So I say all that to say, take care of you. Take care of you. All right. So this is Angel with unBasic Black, bringing you another unBasic conversation. Please like, subscribe. Tell us how you take care of yourself, right? Thanks for watching and have a glorious, glorious day. Self-care.
I want to say thank you to Natural Black Cosmetics, because a lot of this is you. Thank you so much. And then AlexiJewelry.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate your products. They make me feel so cute. And thank you for watching. Excuse me. Wow. Woo. Not an omen. See, this is me talking to myself. Not an omen. All right. Y'all take care. Be good to yourselves.